I think it's been a great session, really. Very eye-opening, very, very informative, and I think it's really, you know, it's one of those things where you sort of look at that and you listen to that and you're like, this seems obvious, but it's really important for someone like you to actually put it in the right words, because
It's obvious when you have the roadmap. You're
yeah,
like,
exactly,
yeah, that's how it
exactly.
works.
Yeah.
But if you're starting out as a young writer and you don't have a map forward, you know, this is what we've used every day for 15 years, you know. So I want to give that to the group here as we're talking about the training. Whether we work together or not, it's not, I mean, we're not here to sell you anything. So put your credit cards away. We just want to give you some tools to kind of activate and to put in your toolkit because artists have it tough in 2023,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh
So,
yeah.
so everybody knows the song, right? But that's an example of a super song, right? And let me say this too, is like I don't want to cheapen this or make this sound like it's easy, like you just flick a switch and you get this right. I mean, if you look at Neil Sean, I mean, he wrote In My Lonely Feeling back in 72, whenever it was, and it took him years to write Don't Stop Believing. So you want to be patient with yourself. This is something you get right over time. You don't get it right today, right? You're not just going to go, hey, I'm going to write this Don't Stop Believing level song. Doesn't happen that way. So as we're buttoning up today's training, let's look at a path that is very common. And this N shape here, if you look at In My Lonely Feeling up to Homemade Love, and this comes out of a case study we do for Journey, and we go much deeper in the Hacking Music Academy and the Hacking Music Arena, but I'm just kind of giving you a quick tip of the iceberg here. But this is an example of 4 songs Journey wrote. In My Lonely Feeling, Homemade Love, Open Arm, Don't Stop Believing. This N shape here is a path that all writers go through. Right? They start writing those crappy songs in Q1, and then maybe they bump up to Q2. And maybe if they're persistent and work hard, maybe they get to a Q3 song like Open Arms. And then if they keep going, build a team and build a platform, then they can write the Q4 song. So this pattern, like you said, Dynamitri, you started here. I started here. Every writer always starts in Q1. But the question is will you continue to push and go through this N shape? This is kind of a little treasure map, if you will. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself time and trust the process of this map here. So that's a kind of a quick training for today. You know, again, I don't want to cheapen this or make it sound easy, but this is something that works for us and works for the artists we work with. So my request for you is to consider, you know, if this makes sense to you, you know, consider letting us look at your stuff, look at your business and kind of talk about what you're doing. We might be able to help you. So that's what I have for us today. Dynamitri, any thoughts?
Fantastic. It's there's so much music out there, and there's so much information being thrown at the people that it's not easy. As we said at the beginning of the session, it's not only about writing music or writing even good music. It's so much more, and you have to actually put some structure to the whole process of writing, creating, recording, releasing, which we'll talk about later on. But
yeah, 100%. And this kind of acts as a guardrail to protect you from, like, your car's kind of going off the rails and going to fly over a cliff. Let these guardrails kind of protect you from going over the cliff as a writer. Let their hindsight. Look, Barry Gordy knew some stuff, right? It may have been just intuition for him. He was like genius level guy. He didn't need a matrix, right? But for us, people in the trenches, the mere mortals, we can use that, and we do use that every day with our artists. So,
isn't it strange how the world distorts our shape. Funny how you seem to feel better once again you turn away. Don't be afraid to let me wake you up. You never get the things you want to confound by fear to try. All your inhibitions just contaminate your mind. Let me steal your sorrow, my appetite for you runs wild. Things in secret that you dream of, make them come to life. Hey, let my words infuse your mind. Ignite a magical flame, but once again you break your gaze. Don't be afraid to let me burn you up. You never get the things you want to confound by fear to try. All your inhibitions just contaminate your mind. Let me steal your sorrow, my appetite for you runs wild. Things in secret that you dream of, make them come to life.
I ain't scared of nothing but failure. Listen here, let me tell you, I'm on the red eye from Egypt tonight. We got so much against us, but it still feels right. You so electric, boo, you turn me on like a light. Our body chemistry won't allow us to fight. The adrenaline rush seems to give me wings, and it's not about sex. I love hearing you sing. Those jewels are superficial, baby, you my bling.
You never get the things you want to confound by fear to try. All your inhibitions just contaminate your mind. Let me steal your sorrow, my appetite for you runs wild. Things in secret that you dream of, make them come to life.